I'm going to start. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, family, friends, and honored guests. Welcome to the 2020 White Coat Ceremony. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I now invite you to please stand and join me in welcoming the DDS class of 2024 as they process into the hall. Please be seated. Thank you. My name is Dr. Richard Raymond, and I am honored to be Director of Student Life at our wonderful faculty. I'm delighted to act as your MC today and to participate in this very important ceremony as these exceptional students, the next generation of dental professionals, take their oath. To the incoming students, on behalf of our entire faculty, welcome to our community. To the family and friends who are with us this afternoon, welcome to the University of Toronto. Before we get started, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge some of the special guests who are here with us today. Dr. Daniel Haas, Dean and Professor, University of Toronto, Faculty of Dentistry. Mr. Daniel Faulkner, Registrar and CEO of the Royal College of Dental Surgeons of Ontario. Dr. Charles Frank, President of the Ontario Dental Association, and Dr. Sonia Slawuta-Shulakaiwicz, Vice Chair of the Ontario section of the American College of Dentists. You will be hearing from all of them in a short while. Also this afternoon, we are delighted to have some individuals who will play major roles in your academic life over the next few years. From the Student Services Office, we are joined by two people who you have already met, Samantha Freeman Atwood, our Registrar, and Jenny Tran, Assistant Registrar. As you navigate your way through your courses, remember that if you're looking for advice or assistance, their office door is always open. From the Office of Advancement, we have our Director, Selena Estevez. Her office door is open as well to students planning or participating in extracurricular activities and events. The Advancement Office will be your main point of contact once you graduate and join the Dentistry alumni. From the Information and Instructional Technology Office, we welcome Jeff Kumar. He will be photographing this afternoon's ceremony and taking class photos a little later. Here today as well is our Manager of Communications, Rachel Botet, who you might connect with over time, here to talk about your stories in the faculty. We should also acknowledge the dentistry faculty who have joined us today. These individuals are the heart and soul of some of your best resources. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Daniel Haas, Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry. Dr. Haas has a long history with the University of Toronto, first as a student, earning his Bachelor of Science, then his DDS, then his Bachelor of Science Dentistry and Anesthesia, and a PhD in Pharmacology, before becoming a faculty member in 1988. He is past president of the Association of Canadian Faculties of Dentistry and has played an active role with other organizations, including the National Dental Examining Board of Canada and the Royal College of Dentists of Canada. Dean Haas also has been recognized with a number of international honors, including the International Association for Dental Research Distinguished Scientist Award for Pharmacology Research, the Heidbrink Award from the American Dental Society of Anesthesiology, the Leonard Monheim Distinguished Service Award of the American Society of Dental Anesthesiologists, and the Horace Wells Award from the International Federation of Dental Anesthesiology Societies. It is worth noting that he is the only Canadian to win each of these international awards. He additionally has received numerous teaching awards, including the A. Bruce Hord Master Teacher Award and the W. Wood Award for Excellence in Dental Education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Daniel Haas to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raymond. It is a pleasure to be here and welcome all of you to this very important occasion. And it is particularly a pleasure to be able to finally do this in person. As Dean, I would like to begin by taking a moment to acknowledge the sacred land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We have all waited a very long time for this day. This ceremony carries significant importance in our profession, and as such, we certainly wanted to do this in person. I thank you for your patience, and I'm personally so thrilled to be able to finally have all of you gathered here today. Since our beginning, this faculty has pursued its mission to provide the best possible education for its students, the best possible care for its patients, and to actively further innovation in health through rigorous scientific research, and to do all of this with passion and integrity. Today, our faculty continues to lead change across the dental profession as we make significant discoveries in disease progression and treatment that travel far beyond our own disciplines, from biomaterials to implants, from pain relief to molecular biology, from bone regeneration to advancing educational methods. We have been advancing innovation in healthcare. As you train here, and every day afterwards, when you engage in practice, we hope that you never lose sight of the need to grow and to develop, to be lifelong learners, and to respond to the challenges of the day. Most importantly, we can never lose sight of the patients who sit before us, entrusting us to their care. Today serves as a reminder to keep that patient front and center in your mind as you carry out your day-to-day learning. Whether it is that person you serve in our clinics or the entire Canadian population that benefits from the advancement of our mission, our patients are the source of our compassion. This white coat ceremony signifies the next step of your journey as a healthcare professional. It symbolizes your acceptance of the responsibilities that you bear to provide your patients with the best possible care, both directly and in collaboration with your colleagues in dentistry and other healthcare professions. And it demonstrates your commitment, not just now, but throughout your career, to continue on in that tradition of continuous learning and compassion. And in this, I know you'll make all of us very proud. Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Thank you, Dr. Haas. I would now like to introduce Mr. Daniel Faulkner, Registrar and CEO of the Royal College of Dental Surgeons of Ontario. Mr. Faulkner graduated from the University of Western Ontario with honors, Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology and Toxicology, and earned a Master's of Business Administration and Health Services Management from McMaster University. He has spent 25 years with the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, where he held several senior leadership roles, including Director of Quality Management and Deputy Registrar. He recently co-chaired the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care's working group to develop the first Ontario performance measurement framework for health professional colleges. Please welcome Mr. Daniel Faulkner.
Thank you very much, Dr. Raymond. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real privilege to be here with all of you today to speak on behalf of the Royal College of Dental Surgeons of Ontario for this very significant ceremony. The RCDSO is the regulator for the practice of dentistry in Ontario. Our mandate is to work in the public interest, and we do this with the active input, involvement, and collaboration of dentists and the public. Our shared priority is to always ensure that patients are protected and that dentists meet the high standards that are expected by the public and the profession. I know that pursuing the training and qualifications to practice your profession is part of a very long journey. Our college respects that journey and the incredible road ahead of you in caring for patients and contributing to high-quality oral health care prevention and treatment. Continued success requires professional support. That is not a weakness. It's part of being a member of a profession and gaining insight to ourselves to improve our performance each and every day. The RCDSO is an organization that will provide support for your successful practice throughout your career in dentistry. We care about patients, and we care about dentists who provide care to patients. I hope that you will come to see the college as a key guide to your practice. That's my personal commitment. We have many resources available to all of our registrants that are aimed at helping you do your very best work, providing safe, high-quality care always. Healthcare professionals hold a position of authority in our society. As the Oath of Commitment states, the practice of dentistry is a privilege that comes with considerable responsibility to patients and to the public more generally. Dentists will make many ethical judgments every working day. Complex relationships, challenging situations, and uncertainty will test your values and your decision-making in your practice. Your job, like mine, is to make sure that your patients are always your top priority. Treat them as individuals. They are much more than a chart or a radiograph or a treatment plan. They deserve respect, empathy, and concern, and for you to put their care above all else. You will form relationships with your patients that will last for many years. It will be rewarding and is an enormous responsibility for you and all members of the oral healthcare team. In the coming months and years, you will become more confident in how to deal with the clinical and professional issues surrounding your relationships with your patients and your colleagues, and while you're here at the University of Toronto, with your fellow students and faculty. It's important to understand that at the core of all these relationships is mutual trust. Trust and credibility are the desired outcomes. Being competent and ethical clearly distinguish your standing as a professional. The public expects and the law requires that you work to the highest moral and legal standards. Your daily actions will reflect upon the entire profession of dentistry in Ontario and shape the way you and your colleagues are seen by the public. It's a daunting set of expectations, no question, but it's absolutely achievable. The oath you will take in a few moments commits you to stay on the path that you are on already. It's an important commitment, and I hope you will consider the oath not just today, but as a continual renewal process as a professional throughout your career. I wish all of you the most success in your training and the very best as you embark on a rewarding career of service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faulkner. I would now like to introduce Dr. Charles Frank, President of the Ontario Dental Association. Dr. Frank graduated from the University of Western Ontario with a Bachelor of Science and obtained his Doctor of Dental Surgery degree from the Faculty of Dentistry at Western in 1985. He is a general practitioner in Windsor, Ontario, and on staff at the Hotel Dieu Grace Hospital in Windsor and Windsor Regional Hospital. Dr. Frank is a past president of the Essex County Dental Society and received the ODA Community Service Award in 2005. Dr. Frank has been an ODA board member since 2014 and has served on the Membership Service and Programs Committee, Economics Committee, and Corporation Task Force. He currently serves on the Governance and Nominating Committee of the ODA. Please welcome Dr. Charles Frank.
Well, thank you, Dr. Raymond, for the kind introduction. And good afternoon, everyone. Although the celebration's a bit delayed due to the pandemic, it's such a privilege to be part of this official celebration marking the beginning phase of your dental careers. It was some time ago, way before you were born, when I was a first-year student. And I can assure you that time has flown by. And it's my sincere hope that the joyfulness and passion that I still feel and that you feel today will be there for decades to come. Getting to where you are now required a lot of hard work. Hours and hours of studying, stress, and overcoming challenges that result in your accomplishment of being at this ceremony today. As you've already come to understand, the next 4 years will be much the same, but you won't be going it alone. The pressures of school and life's obstacles can feel isolating and overwhelming to even the most confident and prepared of us. Keeping that in mind, I hope you take the time to develop the faith and trust in each other and support your fellow classmates in whatever ways you can in the months and years to come. Your faculty members are also here to share their wealth of knowledge and expertise. They know what it takes for you to be successful in both your academic and professional careers. So heed their advice. Gaining knowledge is an ongoing process, so embrace all of what you're about to learn and become the best people you can along the way, so you will become the best possible dentist to your patients. I guarantee that dentistry will be fulfilling to you as it has been to me for the last 37 years. It's a rare day that I don't wake up and feel thankful for the privilege of being part of a profession that has so much influence in people's daily lives. You will come to find from this moment on that the foundation of ethics and professionalism is trust. In the coming years, you will be the dental care leader for not just your patients, but also for the team you will assemble in your own practice. Your future successes in life and in your community will be built and supported by this foundation. Many areas in the profession will change over your working careers, but the one constant is the trust, integrity, and honesty your patients will expect. So strive to make it one of your top strengths, and you will do well. With that, on behalf of the over 10,000 members of the Ontario Dental Association, we sincerely welcome you and are here to support you during your academic careers and in the years following your graduation. Wishing you success each and every day. Thank you for including me in your celebration.
Thank you, Dr. Frank. It is now my pleasure to call on Dr. Sonia Slawuta-Shilikewicz, Vice Chair of the Ontario Division of the American College of Dentists. Dr. Slawuta-Shilikewicz graduated from the University of Lethbridge with a Bachelor of Science and obtained her Doctorate of Dental Surgery from the University of Toronto in 1991. She associated for several years in Toronto and Etobicoke before establishing her own practice in Mississauga in 1995. She has been an active member of the Ontario Dental Association and has served as an ODA counselor representing Halton Peel and on the Health Policy and Regulations Committee. She is also a member of the Halton Peel Dental Association in her role as director from 1995 to 2017 and president from 2006 to 2007. She has been an ACD executive member since 2018 and has served as the newsletter editor and sponsorship chair. She currently serves as vice chair, sponsorship chair, and continuing education chair of the ACD Ontario section. Please welcome Dr. Slawuta-Shilikewicz.
Thank you, Dr. Raymond. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to all the students and of Cole of the American College of Dentists. And as the Ontario section representative and incoming chair, I urge you to make our mission statement your mission statement. In dental school, in your practice once you've graduated, and in your personal lives when no one else is looking. 100 years ago, when the ACD Fellowship was founded, the use of X-rays in dentistry was still in its conceptual stage and wouldn't generally be accepted for another 20 years. Fluoridation was a new topic of a study, decades from implementation. There was no concept of preventive dentistry, and extraction was favored over repair. And yet, prescient dentist leaders of the time recognized the importance of ethics and professionalism in underpinning all decisions related to dental treatment of their patients. Adherence to the principles of ethics and professionalism drove their pursuit of excellence in dentistry and helped to make the profession of dentistry the well-respected and honored profession that it is today. Fast forward to today, and the dental profession has become far more complicated, and there are far more choices of treatments, and each comes with its own pros and cons and applicability. The standard of treatment and care is much higher, and as are the expectations of your patients. Technologies prevail and have become a big part of what we do and how we practice, but also come with their own cautions and limitations. But the first decision, before any decision, should be and must be, what would be ethically correct? Adherence to the principles of ethics and professionalism should drive your pursuit of excellence. The American College of Dentists is very proud of the U of T Student Professionalism and Ethics Association, SPEA, founded by the students and run by the students. Their goal is to complement the ethics education you receive in dental school with their programming. At the ACD, we are very impressed with the information, the programs, the discussions, the speakers panels, and the webinars that these busy dental students have hosted, all focused on ethics and professionalism in dentistry. I urge you to support them by attending their programs and perhaps by taking up the mantle of leadership and joining their journey towards dental excellence through education, including courses on ethics. Ours is a profession that is forever changing with new techniques, new concepts, new technologies, but the underpinning of all of it remains the same. Let your adherence to the principles of ethics and professionalism drive your pursuit of excellence. Congratulations to all of you. I wish you the best in your studies as you prepare to join this wonderful and honored profession. And I look forward to welcoming all of you as colleagues and the future generation of professional and ethical dentists and leaders. Thank you for your attention. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Dr. Soluta Shulakevich. I would now like to welcome back Dr. Haas, Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry.
Thank you, Dr. Raymond. Donning your white coats for the first time and reciting the oath of commitment indicates your intention to provide ethical and considerate health care, always putting the patient's interests first. The white coat that you've received today is embroidered with the official crest of the University of Toronto's Faculty of Dentistry. This insignia represents a great institution and is also symbolic of the enduring relationship that you will develop with your classmates, the faculty, and with the thousands of dental alumni who have gone before you. Now, I invite you to please stand, and I will welcome you to unfold your white coat and put it on for the first time with pride. So please put on your white coats. Frank, Dr. Saluda Sulakewicz, Dr. Raymond, and myself will join you in reciting the oath of commitment on behalf of the University of Toronto's Faculty of Dentistry and the Royal College of Dental Surgeons of Ontario.
Thank you, Dean Haas. Dear class of 2024, I've had almost 2 years to write this little speech, so here it is. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today. I can assure each and every one of you that you are here because you deserve to be here and because you bring something special, something new, and exciting to this diverse learning community. You are part of the faculty at such an exciting time, a time of growth, positive change, and outstanding leadership. So we are able to attract perform so very well that it makes us better. So our reputation is enhanced and we continue to attract the very best. Look around you. You probably know this already, but the people sitting in this room, including faculty and staff, will be your friends, your colleagues, and your lab partners. Don't hesitate to call upon us and each other when you need any type of guidance, assistance, personally or professionally. We will be your best source of support and will make the best of your experience here. I guarantee you there will be times that you wonder why you are here. That is natural. But the people in this room and in our school will remind you of the reasons. The relationships you develop with faculty, staff, and students will also help build your career. You are here because you want to be the movers and shakers of the future. I ask you, as you don your white coats for the first time, to take a second to think about the first step you will take after placing them on, and realize this is the first step on a journey that will be exciting, sometimes frustrating, but it will be the most fantastic journey you will take. The possibilities are endless, so set your goals and standards high, and wish and wonder and hope. We give you these white coats to encourage you to adopt the identity of a doctor. We would like you to behave like a doctor and think of yourself as a doctor. I would also like you to remember this tried and true recipe, a prize-winning formula for professionalism, as written by one of our American colleagues, Dr. Harold T. Perry. Take maturity, respect, experience, and stir gently. Add unlimited amount of compassion and kindness. Mix well with responsibility. To this add caring by the handful and fold in trust. Continue to stir gently, adding listening, honesty, and generous amounts of communication. Slip in ethics and treatment goals and pieces of keeping promises. Bake in an office filled with compassion, respect, and self-esteem. Before serving, sprinkle over with patience and a lot of understanding. Serve with imagination, good humor, and on the side, a big smile. I will conclude by offering some simple advice, which I might have told you guys your very first day after you heard from Dean Haas, on how to make the best of your experience here. Share your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. Embrace one another's passions. Absorb everything. Find a mentor. Don't be afraid to fail. Make a difference. And above all, have fun. I wish you continued success with your studies at our faculty, and I especially wish you the determination and perseverance to become everything you're capable of becoming. Take time to appreciate what you have accomplished, and please do this throughout your career. On a personal note, I feel you have a wonderful class with outstanding leadership. Zoha, Lucy, and Matthew, I think you're great, and I thank you for all your support and wisdom over the past 2 years. Abby, Jade, and Rhea, you were fantastic O-Week organizers. I've met a lot of you, and I hope to meet all of you in Clinic 1. I look forward to treatment planning with you and chatting about your patients. And as you know, my door is always open, and there will always be cookies. Now, students and guests, this concludes the 2020 White Coat Ceremony. The ceremony is supported by generous contributions immediately following the ceremony. Now,